Hi, it's time for Street Talk, your voice and your views on the issues in the news. The Muslim Holy Month of Ramadan is coming to an end this week. In recognition of the event, 376 members of the United States House of Representatives passed a resolution to show solidarity and express the deepest respect to Muslims in the United States and throughout the world. Some lawmakers, however, chose to opt out of supporting the resolution by voting present. A neutral category lawmakers can choose instead of approving or opposing a measure. 41 Republicans and 1 Democrat chose that option, including Representative Tom Tancredo, a Republican from the state of Colorado. He's made a number of controversial and sometimes offensive remarks against Muslims in the past. After the vote, Tancredo issued a press release slamming the Ramadan resolution. This resolution is an example of the degree to which political correctness has captured the political and media elite in this country. I'm not opposed to commending any religion for their faith. The problem is that any attempt to do so for Jews or Christians is immediately condemned as breaching the non-existent line between church and state by that same elite. Matthew in Oregon in the US believes this is just another example of Islamophobia. Not only is this man a bigot, but he's also a hypocrite. Tancredo had no problem voting for a House resolution celebrating Christmas. It seems he only selectively hates religion, and he gets away with it because hating Muslims is not a big deal for many in this country. Hadil in Stockholm in Sweden isn't surprised by Tancredo's comments and writes, "What do you expect from a politician who suggested that the United States consider bombing Mecca as a deterrent against terrorist strikes on the US homeland?" Ahmed in California in the US doesn't understand why some people are upset with the congressman. Who cares what this guy says? The resolution passed and that's all that matters. Instead of obsessing over comments made by a Muslim hater, let's focus on the fact that Congress actually did something good. Now, before we go on to our next story, we wanted to share with you a cartoon by Mike Keefe from the Denver Post. The sketch is a couple of years old, but it does tell us something about Tancredo. If you look at this cartoon, on the left there it says, next on Tom Tancredo's list of things that look suspiciously Islamic: smiley faces, the number 2, rocking chairs, boomerangs, the letter C, and bananas. Well, I guess you get the picture. Mobile phones have become such a part of everyday life that it sometimes seems we can't manage without them. You can send emails, surf the web, take pictures and video, and even play songs on your phone. But if you think that's impressive, think again. Your phone may soon be able to measure your body fat levels, your heartbeat, and even your breath for signs of halitosis, otherwise known as dog breath. Japan's largest mobile phone carrier, NTT Docomo, has unveiled a prototype called Fitness Phone that can measure all the above and more. The mobile phone is equipped with various functions designed to help you stay fit, with built-in pedometer counting the steps you take, while other devices measure burnt calories, heart pulse, and body fat. Punch in your height, weight, gender, and age, and the handheld phone reads pulse and your level of fitness while doing the math on proper calorie intake after calculating daily activity. An alcohol breathalyzer may also be in the works, among other things. So now there's absolutely no excuse for being overweight or having bad breath. Those of you familiar with YouTube know that the site has hundreds of thousands of video clips ranging from a chubby guy lip-syncing to Numa Numa to screaming frogs. Now a schoolboy's guide on how to be English has become a hit and made him an internet sensation in America after it was viewed by 1.5 million people. 17-year-old Charlie McDonnell has amassed thousands of fans after blogging about making tea. The teenager from Somerset in England began filming the video blog in his bedroom in April, but says he never expected this sort of response. In How to Be English, McDonnell walks the viewer through the process of making a perfect cup of tea, from boiling the water in a kettle to stirring the brew.
My name is Charles, and today I'm going to be showing you the ancient English art that is making a cup of tea. Firstly, you will need to get your tea-making equipment. This consists of a kettle, complete with water, a mug, a teaspoon, milk. I prefer semi-skimmed milk, sugar for those of you with a sweet tooth, and least but not last, tea bags.
Obviously just his cup of tea. That's it until next time. Do keep sending in your questions and comments and point us to anything interesting or amusing for Street Talk. Remember, what you see here isn't necessarily the view of Al Jazeera. Some of the comments have been edited, but for time and space reasons only. And that's the talk on the street.